Buenos dias, mi gente. Hello, my people. Look at this lovely view. So pretty. Anyways, today I'm taking you guys on a little morning walk at Silver Falls. It's going to be lovely. Hoy lo que voy a estar haciendo es caminar en Silver Falls, en las cascadas. Ya tiene mucho tiempo que no vinimos aquí, pero es una caminada muy fácil. Mira todas estas flores, qué bonito. Toda la naturaleza que está aquí es muy bonito. I tried to record as much of the natural elements as possible. And look at this huge waterfall. It doesn't look that big on camera, but it's huge. And it's so lovely. Because of all the waterfall when it's coming down, it hits the river hard. So it just ends up splashing a lot of water everywhere. And we got pretty soaked during that time. So throughout our whole walk, we were just walking wet in the cold. So yeah, I think it was around 53 degrees or something like that. But we still had a great time. We were just chit-chatting, talking, taking in all the views. And I did do some sketching. That is why, I'm making this video for you guys. I really wanted to go on a lot of walks this summer just because last summer I didn't get to do that as much, especially with my family. And I always really enjoyed those moments. So on the first walk, me and my mom, we were just chatting it up. So I wasn't sketching during that time. I was just trying to enjoy the moment and enjoy the walk because I just really love being in nature. So I just enjoyed it. And then right here when we got to this fall is when I started to sketch. This is one of my favorite falls there at Silver Falls. And I love the way that the sun was shining there and just everything about it. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people stood there to watch it as well right after me and my mom got here. But it was a really fun time. It was a really great time sketching this. A few people stopped by to see what I was doing and just, say hello and just watch me sketch. When people are watching me sketch, I don't get nervous anymore, but I really used to get nervous. I didn't like people watching me sketch. But after a few times of me just sketching out in public, I just kind of got used to it. And I started off by just, sketching with a micron, doing all the line work and stuff like that. When sketching with ink or sketching out here and trying to capture all the natural elements and things like that, I prefer to use my Lamy Safari pen. I really love the line work that pen leaves. And I also really like it because it has my documented ink and I like putting a watercolor wash over my line work. It's my favorite mediums to use together. So while I was using the micron, I was kind of not enjoying it as much. But I tried my best to use it the way I would use my Safari pen. So changing the rotation of the pen to try and get thinner to thick lines and things like that. But it still didn't have the same visually pleasing look as the Lamy Safari pen has. Just the line quality is way different. What else could I tell you guys? I don't know what else to say, but I'm gonna leave you guys with some music and I'll be back. as I am putting down my colors and recording at the same time, it is difficult for me to have my camera still and also try to pay attention to the colors and the colors that I'm mixing and the colors that I'm putting down and where I'm putting them down. So there's that sort of thing that I have to look out for as I'm recording, and be able to like multitask, which I'm not very good at when it comes to sketching. I really love to just like pay close attention to like the colors and like the lighting and things like that. So it's very difficult for me to like record and, you know, mix my colors and put them down where they need to go down on the paper. And I think that's the most challenging part about this sketch right here, is that, you know, I'm recording at the same time. I'm trying to get the best angle as possible for you guys so you guys can see clearly what I'm doing. And then also sometimes the camera like would not focus on what I was painting on. Instead, it would focus on my hand because it is the object that is closer to the camera. So then there's that. So I did have to cut a lot of the time here, and I had to cut off a lot of like the angles that I got, or a lot of like the really nice close-ups that I was getting, because the camera wasn't focused on what I was painting. It was focused on my hand. So there's that. What I loved about the spots where I was sitting at was the lighting that I was getting. It was perfect. I was getting enough lighting so I could see the colors at their true color, instead of being in the shadow where I couldn't see what the real color was and what I was mixing. So there's that. That was the best part about where I was sitting. And the not so best part was that I was sitting on like sort of these sharp rocks. So my butt was really sore after that. And also my legs got really numb because they were just dangling. And that was sort of putting a lot of pressure on them because I was holding onto myself by like, you know, gripping onto the rock with my toes. So my feet were just really sore after this. Durante estos meses, en el verano, voy a sacar videos de observación y las cosas que pinto y dibujo aquí en mi sketchbook. Y otra cosa que voy a hacer es sacar un video de mi último día de escuela de arte, que va a salir para el próximo lunes. What else do I have going on? So I'm just going to be doing a lot of these videos where I'm going to be doing observational sketches or studies in my sketchbook, this little tiny yellow one, just because I want to finish it up already. Or I might just buy a new one by the time that the next video rolls around. But that is what I'm going to be doing for these coming up videos, is doing a lot of observational, a lot of studying, sketch videos, because I really want to sketch during my summer and not really do any like final illustrations. Maybe I might do like one or two, but that's all. And I know I will definitely do 2 paintings, one oil painting and then another watercolor painting during the summer. But overall, I'm just going to be doing a lot of sketches because I am working on this huge project, animation project that I've been talking about for a while now. That is going to be my main focus for the summer, is just finishing that up. And then another thing that I'm going to be focused on during the summer is getting that Etsy shop running and starting it. I do have some stickers already that I'm going to sell on there. And then I have these painting palette, these mixing palettes that I'm going to be putting on the Etsy shop. Other products probably are going to not be released until sometime in September, but for the summertime, I really want to focus on just selling stickers, selling mixing palettes, and also maybe plant pots. Not sure about those yet. Anything else that I'm going to be selling? Oh yeah, I'm also going to be doing some portrait commissions as well. So if you would like a portrait commission, there's that for you guys. What else? Any new updates as of recently? Well, I'm already in summertime. That is why I am doing this video, because it's summer break even though it's still spring right now. But I'm on official summer break, and my break is until August, I believe. I'm still not sure when the break is over. I'll have to check the calendar or something like that on the school's website. But I am on break. Here's this lovely video that my mom took of me sketching. It was really nice of her to be my camera person for just a few minutes, even though she got the wrong shot. She was supposed to get like a wide angle, and she didn't. But it's okay. Still made it in the video. Thank you, Mom, for helping me record. She did record the first portion of the video where I was like sketching. So she recorded that part, which was awesome. She was very nice and kind to let me just have a moment of where I just get to sit down and sketch. And she was just waiting for me the whole time to finish. Y aquí ya casi termino. Solo falta un poquito de detalles. Voy a estar haciendo como un wash de azul. Y nomás estoy agregando los colores más oscuros. Y eso es todo. So here I'm just finishing everything off, adding in a little bit more of the shadows, and I also add a wash of blue. I tried to not make the colors so I don't want to say realistic, so exact to what I was looking at. I wanted it to sort of saturate it a little bit more, and adding more greens and blues, because everything was almost in shadow except for the top part and the water. I think that was the only part that wasn't in shadow, but the waterfall itself and the branches framing the waterfall were in shadow, and I wanted to make it more green than blue. Hope you guys get that. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I have a hard time explaining things, and yeah, I don't know if you guys know that already, but I'm not very good at talking or explaining what I'm doing, but I try my best here. Esta pluma es uno de mis favoritos, solo cuando voy a hacer dibujos de línea. So this is one of my favorite tools here to use, and that is just for creating line work. Anytime that I know I'm not going to put any color on my sketch, this is what I go for. And this is the extra fine one. There's various sizes that they carry, but this is my favorite one to use. I love just the way that it feels on paper. That is why I love it. But also, it's quick drying. That is another reason why I like it, because I never smudge or smear my paper, and I can just quickly, close my sketchbook and, not wait for it to dry. I don't have to think about whether it's going to smear onto the next page or not. And as far as bleed through, it is perfect. It doesn't soak up that much onto the paper. So there's that. Here's a super tiny flower. Look how tiny this is. Eso es todo, mi gente, y te veo cuando te veo. That is all, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you.